Welcome. This is Sherry Bowers with Connected Spirit, Connected Biz Summer Spotlight Series. And today I've got Annette Agabob with me. And we've known each other for years. Awesome to have you on the call with me. Um, Annette is a wonderful health resource, sensitive, intuitive. She gets it. And so I'm excited to be sharing what you're doing and who you're working with. So those people that don't know you, tell them like who is it that you work with, and then we can get into what that actually looks like.
Okay, thanks, Sherry. Yes, Sherry and I have been running together for over 12 years.
Yeah.
Um, so I work with the sensitive, they're called. And specifically, I use the names indigo, sensitives, empaths, because there's actually three types in the bucket.
Mhm.
And it started with me helping their families and parents myself. I was divinely guided with the information on how to help them.
Mhm.
So indigo, sensitive, and empaths are my passion. It's my inspiration. And I help educate so we can have more harmony and keep us connected because
So for
that can be a problem at times.
yes, yes. And for those people that aren't really that familiar with the terms, like so what
Mm.
are the indigos and the sensitives and the empaths like? What is their vision? What is their Tell us a little bit more about
Why
that
are they
so everybody
here?
can
Why
be,
are they
yeah,
here?
why are they here?
um, so there's a large, it's a large age group. I'm kind of working within like from the there's people from the 60s that are indigos, and they know they are. This is kind of designed for those who don't know that much about it, to
Mm-hmm.
help others understand, because the indigos are and sensitive have a heightened sensitivity to their environment and to other people. So they'll be the ones that you're trying to get them to drink the milk and they're like, it's sour. And you're the one, you're like, no, it's not. Or I smell mold on that bread, and you look at it, there's no mold on the bread, but
Right.
they can smell it because the smell is there before the
Mm-hmm.
green bits.
Right.
So that becomes a problem in everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was shown through my divine inspiration. So there's no AI, disclaimer, no AI, no chat GP in my book or in my teachings at this time. It was all divinely guided for me to help me. So they are just sensitive. And so they don't fit into the school systems quite often. They've been given other names, about their attention and about their focus and these kinds of things when they're children. But now what's happened, it's been so long since I've been on this journey, is those children have turned into 26-year-olds,
Right.
and now it's a whole different ball game. So I have a little bit of, I help them. I'm like their champion. I'm their cheerleader. I'm their advocate because I understand the energy of sensitives because I am one. I'm an empath and they're different. How
Mm-hmm.
an indigo operates. So we have ice cream, vanilla. That's sensitives. Okay, so that's the category. Highly sensitive to touch, smell, feel, noise, gravel, gravel on the road, or big Walmarts. Like you go into big box stores and you'll,
Yeah,
5
overwhelm.
minutes in, kids are like, ah, having tantrums. They can't handle that energy. I can't handle that. It took me years to learn not to go in there or thrift stores. So I try to educate the parents when they're
Mm-hmm.
for their children. And most children coming up now are more sensitive
Mm-hmm.
because that's the
Yeah.
world we're moving into. So anyone who's having children now would benefit from the foundational basics of what is a sensitive, why, how can I like handle these kids? Some of them are pretty strong-willed, some are quiet and just go hide in their room, but others are pretty bold.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're tested. So I just want to say the vision for them, they're here to help bring in the new way of living, which we know the old way is not working. It's pretty obvious now.
Obvious everywhere.
So I want to just give you four things to kind of grasp the big picture, and then we'll go into the home and the challenges a little bit, or the rest of it. But the big picture is they're here to change the systems. They're here to bring in more love and more light and more heart and soul, and
Hmm.
not competition. So the four C's, I call them, are they're here for uh, compassion. They have a lot of compassion. They're here for connection. Like they're really about connecting. That's like Sherry and I, 12 years. Like we're not fly by night. We're very kind of deep in a way in our
Hmm.
expression. Um, and then there's community. They want to belong to a community, and our communities have fallen apart. So we don't have communities. We have garages. You drive in, you go in the side door. I mean, you can live a month and nobody knows you're even home or not,
Right.
Like it's not it's not the old way. Um, so connection, community, collaboration, which I said instead of competition would be the opposite of that, and actual caring. So if you're having trouble with an adult indigo sensitive or empath, or you are one,
Hmm.
it's because they got beat down. Like our structure, our society does not support it. Does not it? The old, oh, come on, toughen up. You got to live in
Hmm.
the real world.
Yeah.
No, like that's not going to work for them, and that's why we have trouble. And they don't know how to. It's a gift they have, but they don't know how to operate it either, because like they're in the middle of this chaotic world, and their hearts, they wear their heart on their sleeve, but people don't even know what to do with that.
Hmm.
So anyway, that's kind of the big picture part. But we do, you know, have a lot because of their sensitivity. There's a lot of struggle.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just it's hard to have the whole rest of the world like operating on it makes you feel like you're on the wrong planet. I think,
Exactly.
and it's like,
And that's what they often talk about, leaving the planet. And I'm not talking when they're older. I'm talking when they're 4 years old. My son, that's
hmm.
what freaked me out. I was like, what the heck is going on? Ah! So it's been a deep dive. But they're so easy when you connect honestly.
Hmm.
We don't even know how to do that because we've been told not to do that.
Yeah.
Like even as parents, like don't worry your children, right? So
Hmm.
they come home, what's the matter, mom? Oh,
Oh,
nothing.
nothing. Yep.
Right away, they can feel that, but they don't know what to do with it. So what it's done is it's taught them to not trust themselves.
Hmm.
And that's a hard thing to remedy, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
mean,
but,
just,
it, but it's not that hard once you learn. And you do have to learn a little bit about energy, like just feelings and emotions and spirituality on a different level. It's not all logical and linear. So for the ones who are logical and linear, they'll have more trouble. Just do what I say, or tough love crushes their spirit because
hmm.
they cannot understand that you wouldn't help your fellow man. They're humanitarian. They don't
Right.
understand. They actually don't understand. So they don't know how to fix it because
Hmm.
they're like, well, I would just let them stay for free. And they do. That's why often they don't have a lot of material possessions. Some of them, some do. I mean, it's a big scope, there's a
Hmm.
wide scope. I'm targeting the more challenged, the more ones that are in that one sort of category, but there's a big flexibility. There's a big swing to it and everything. But
Hmm.
just to give you the flavor of it, there's chocolate ice cream, there's black cherry, there's tiger, orange and black and licorice, and that's kind of the same. There's quite a bit of variation
Hmm.
to talk about, but
Awesome. So, so how do you like? So that's who you work with. How do you actually help them? Are do you have products and services? Tell us a little bit about how you can work with people to.
Well, it started, I have a book that hasn't been published, but I have the chapters. And
Mhm,
so I use that kind of my guidebook.
mhm,
And how I help them is through conversation, through on the phone. I'm their cheerleader. So if you're a sensitive Indigo or empath, I'm here to say, I see you. Like
right.
I can see you. And I feel you because I am an empath. But there's a big difference between an indigo empath and your like vanilla ice cream sensitive.
Hmm.
So I help by um, this one chapter explains what is this indigo, what is each of them, what are the qualities, what is the type, kind of person, the soul type,
Hmm.
so that you kind of know what you're dealing with, how they behave, and the differences. What's
Hmm.
different between one and the other? Because you can't treat them the same. They have a different operating system, like iPhones and
Right. Android.
whatever the other kinds are.
Right.
So that's how I help. I help by having one-on-one coaching or group mentoring if there's certain groups that because they miss belonging. So they love group work.
Hmm.
So whatever, if it's the parents, I can just I'm very intuitive. So I just listen to whatever their challenge is. We have a conversation. I find out, what's going on, and we just I can usually pick out and start showing them how to communicate or how to a lot of it is their own self-care as a parent and
Right.
they're a mirror to us sometimes, so sometimes they're getting mad but they're mimicking our suppressed emotion,
Hmm.
so the parent can be the one that says, oh, I'm fine, but then the kid starts acting out. So I educate and I have compassion and I give real life tips that are in the
Like,
now.
been there, done that is what
Yes.
works.
Yeah. So for the parents, because if they're an indigo, it's a little tougher. If they're an empath, the beginning years are easier. Well, with all of them, the beginning years are a little bit easier. I remember one person told me when I had kids, small challenges, big kids, big challenges.
Yep.
I think of that now. I used to think, how can that be?
Right.
But no, they're lovely, lovely. They're just lovely to work with. They're so open. If you're not judging them all the
Hmm.
time and you want them to change so that you can feel better. And that's what we do because that's all we know. So I'm kind of a bridge. I have a part of a book now for the young adults. This is more for the parents, but if you are a sensitive or an empath yourself, I help you understand us
Right.
because it's like I'm born in a copper wire, pick up the phone and stand and talk. That's what the older generation, but the young ones, they're fast. Like they're like fiber optic fast. So that's
Hmm.
why they don't do all the like the communic and the whole like you can't make a living being a poet or a singer and all that. Their work is going to be different because they're going to connect. They're not going
Hmm.
to do it on their own. They're not competing with you, but they're struggling in this chaos. So that's the thing. Does that answer the question?
I think it does. I think it does.
Yeah, so how I work with them is I connect, I coach, of
Hmm.
course I have a newsletter that will give you lots of information. I feel the energy, so I give a heads up, like, watch out. This is not the weekend to get into a battle in the bar. So I used to
Right.
do that with teens all the time. This is not the weekend to save the world. Like, just save the
Chill.
world another day. Because that's what they want to do.
Right.
They will, they're loyal, they'll stand up for people. Um, so they need guidance. They need guidance.
Hmm. So Annette's got a wonderful gift that she's offering. And for anybody watching the video, you can just click the link below. So tell us a little bit about what they'll get, what that gift
They're
is,
going
and
to
what.
get an excerpt. It's a chapter from my book.
Hmm.
It's called I See You,
Hmm.
ISEE for indigo, sensitive, empath, and energy, and understanding them. And It will have some information on the qualities of sensitives. It'll have some tips for the parents. And I'm kind of catered it and changed it to fit for this. But it's just going to help you understand why they do what they do and how you can help and how we can bridge it. It's about bridging the gap and helping them in school and the challenges they have. Like, we have to help them. We can't just medicate them. And then, of course, there's natural solutions that I bring. I'm a herbalist and
Hmm.
iridologist, and I can look in the eyes and see. So I bring all the natural flavors of things that can be help them sleep. And there's just so many categories.
Supports, yeah, supportive to
Yeah,
that
so the
energy.
chapter itself, and then there'll be a follow-up, of course. I'll have a follow-up either in a video format or a newsletter or both. So if you can hang in, stay on the list, and give me some feedback. I'll probably be asking for some and it's pretty personal. It's not
Hmm.
very blanket. I'm not like this huge corporation. It's just like me and
And
my
that's a good thing.
colleagues.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I have lots of referrals of people to refer to for different things. I'm not doing it all. I'm like them. I like to collaborate. I like to create community. And that's what you'll get. When you get the free gift, you'll get the start of how to understand it more and how you can help and how you can help yourself. So don't forget, it's about helping yourself too. We can't
Hmm.
forget ourselves.
So if people want to, connect with you on and have a conversation, what's the best way for them to do that? Are they better off emailing you? You
On the
on your
website,
website? Hmm.
um, theconsciouscowgirl.com. Yeah, I've got a contact. I mean, I'm on Facebook. I don't use I have a the conscious cowgirl page on Facebook. You can private message me. I don't do a lot on that page yet because I got kicked out a few years ago. So I'm kind of restarting everything. But yeah, email messenger is perfect.
Cool. All right.
Or you can reply to the email.
There you
It's
go.
simple
See, easy
because
peasy. And I
when
think
you get
you've
the free gift, you'll be on my email and you can just hit reply and ask me or give me information of what you need help with, and I'll incorporate it into the next newsletter or the next video, and I can start answering some of those types of things. Or I'm having a special probably for the gift giveaway, I'm sure. So
awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for being on with me and chit-chatting. And everybody that's watching, take Annette up on this, if nothing else, just to learn more, because we all need to learn how to support each other and make a better world. And it's hard to do if you don't understand the other people.
and I think a
So,
lot of people are understanding. So it's just the nuances of the
yeah.
intricacies of it that we can help each other with.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Thanks,
Well,
Carrie.
thanks
Bye,
for
everyone.
chatting
See you
and
on the
we'll,
other side.
yep.
Come on. Let's get going.
All right. See you later.
Bye.